Hey everyone, S-Dub Nation here, and welcome back to the brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. And I guess this will be the last episode of ranking for Ninjago until we do season 11, 12, and 13. But yeah, please note that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My list is certainly not the right list, it is just my list. And you are free to comment down below your ranking of all 4 episodes of March of the Oni Ninjago Season 10 and rank from the worst to the best just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Also, please note that I do have a Twitter. You guys can check out my thoughts on WandaVision episodes as they come out on my Twitter, which will be showing up on the screen right now. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And yeah, let's just get right into this ranking. Hopefully this is not the last one. I have a lot of fun with these. Kicking off my list at number 4 for me has got to go to episode 2, Into the Breach. There's a lot to like about this episode. Obviously, just that awesome sequence with Garmadon fighting the entire ninja team on the bounty. I thought that was pretty cool because, I mean, it had a reason. Like, he had a reason to fight the team. You know, he had to get his powers back. So I like that whole little sequence with him fighting the ninja, and then he gets his powers back and just jumps off the bounty into the breach. I thought that was pretty cool. And also just the wave that they made the breach, like, you have to be part Oni to actually pass through. You got to be either Oni or part Oni to pass through. I like the fact that Garmadon and Lloyd can just go down there. I just think that stuff is kind of pretty cool because it kind of gives Lloyd and Garmadon something to do together, especially because of what happened with them in season 8 and season 9. So then the whole entire episode focusing on Lloyd and Garmadon, I feel like that stuff is great, but then the rest of the team really don't get that much time to shine, and they're just up there doing basically nothing. Pixel is actually doing something, you know, she's actually staying up there with the Samurai X suit, so when Lloyd and Garmadon gets done, she can go down there and get them. But everybody else, I don't know what they're doing. Let's not forget the stuff going on with Garmadon on the ship. I mean, that stuff is just hilarious. Like, when Garmadon just pulls the lever and then the whole entire ship just goes down. I thought that was so funny because, I mean, yeah, they don't trust this guy. He's a villain. Like, he's not gonna just do good things while he's around them. Like, yeah, he's gonna help them out, but that's for his own interest, you know. He's still a bad guy, and I like the fact that they don't take their eyes off of him, and I do like the fact that they just acknowledge that he's just there. Like, they can't really do anything about it because they need him, so they just acknowledge that, you know, yeah, Garmadon, he's a villain, he's on our ship, what are you gonna do? I feel like all that stuff is pretty entertaining, pretty fun. Just the other ninja really don't have anything to do. But we do get our first glimpse at the Omega, and we also get confirmation of what the Cloud actually does. Kicking off my top 3 list has got to go to episode 3, The Fall. The Fall as an episode is okay. I mean, I wouldn't rewatch it as much, mainly because it's just about Lloyd and Garmadon getting out of the Cloud and then Pixel getting them and then, you know, Cole falling. And that's basically what The Fall is. And to me, I felt like when you first watch the scene, and like, you know, from all the posters and stuff like that, and even from what the creators are saying, one ninja will fall, and then they have like the earth emoji or something like that. I remember something about that like 2 years ago. But then, you know, we also have the teasers and the trailers and also the posters saying one ninja will fall, and then Cole falls. We're thinking, oh my god, a death scene happened. Like, they actually killed off one of the primary ninja. This is actually a battle now. This is actually like an Endgame or an Infinity War style thing. But that's not what it was, because we learn after that he's alive. I do not like his fall scene as much, is because Nia did it. I mean, yeah, I get it, you know, it's a force of habit for her to like pull the lever down and everything like that. But they did switch the directions thing, like Zane did switch the direction thing. But, I mean, you know, I digress because it's a force of habit for her. She's used to pulling it down, so I can, you know, excuse her for that. And yeah, the rest of the episode is really not at all anything special, except for the fact that we find out that the golden armor is the thing that can slow down the Oni. And, you know, Garmadon and Lloyd, they get the golden armor and then they escape with it. I think that the entire episode is pretty enjoyable, just like the 4th one. Just the fall sequence for Cole, like, even when I first saw it, I was still emotional, but I was like, Nia, you're stupid. But now I'm like, whatever, Cole is still on the team, and I can't really get mad at Nia for it anymore. But yeah, very good episode. Hit us hard with the emotion until the last second when they show Cole was still alive. My runner-up at number 2 has got to go to episode 1, The Darkness Comes. This episode does a great job with showing us what we are in for this entire season or TV movie. It depends on which one you're watching. I do think I do think that this has a smooth transition as well, just like how Season 8 to Season 9 was, just not as smooth as Season 8 to Season 9. I do think that it is a smooth transition nonetheless. But yeah, this episode does show a great job with showing where the characters are after Hunted and Sons of Garmadon. It shows that Garmadon is still in prison, he doesn't have his powers anymore, and Garmadon now senses that yes, the Oni are here, and they are coming, and they are not playing. So then we get a lot of teases about these Oni characters. We also got Faith coming in from the Oni and Dragon realm because the Oni have kind of corrupted the entire realm. So I think that all of that is pretty cool, just showing that yeah, things are happening. We need to get the team together. We got to try to find a way to stop this. If this option doesn't work, we got to go get Garmadon. So I love that this whole entire episode kind of falls back on Lloyd and the team has to go get Garmadon so then they can save the entire world. And I thought that was just pretty cool. And just like everything else with the episode, you know, with them getting the new Destiny's Bounty, I just really like this episode because it foreshadows what's to come, what's going on, how these characters are after Hunted, and the problem at hand, with them foreshadowing the end of Masters of Spinjitzu, with Jay trying to practice how he's going to pop the question to Nia, with all of the characters together inside of this episode. Let's not forget about the mural that they're painting for the last episode of Masters of Spinjitzu. So I really do love this episode. It's very good. I wouldn't say that, you know, it's one of the best Ninjago episodes out there, but I gotta say, as a starter of this season or TV movie, depends on which one you're watching again, it is a very great start. Real quick, before I get into my number one, I'd like to take the time to say that if you are a fan of Ninjago, which you probably are, that's why you're watching this video. Click that playlist up above for everything Ninjago related that I have on my channel. Also, if you are a fan of WandaVision, which I am, go over there to my Twitter. The link is always in the description down below, and you will see my thoughts on the WandaVision episodes as they come out. Without further ado, let's get into my number one. But coming in at my number one has got to go to episode 4, Endings. Yeah, I mean, Endings is not the best conclusion of Ninjago, you know, it's not the best, but I gotta say, I really do like it. It's a kind of bittersweet, somber thing, you know, it's like, yeah, this is the end, but, you know, later in this year, we're gonna have some more seasons, like, don't worry, this is just February, wait till, like, come back in June, we're gonna have another season of Ninjago. But yeah, I just gotta say, this episode is just, it's the end of Masters of Spinjitzu, basically. Like, we're still gonna have the show Ninjago, but for the whole entire series of just Masters of Spinjitzu, starting with the pilot, this is the end. This is what it ends off with, and I don't know where I could have placed this other than number one. I mean, we have the Tornado of Creation coming back. Like, they rarely do the Tornado of Creation. They don't even say Ninjago when they're doing Spinjitzu, and this was the first time that they ever done it in the new animation style with Season 8, Season 9. But yeah, this is the first time that they ever done it. And, you know, they reforged the golden weapons. The golden weapons are back. They fight off the Oni with those. I really love that. Just overall, what this episode is just paying homage to all of the previous seasons, while also being something new and adding to the mythology that is Ninjago. You have Garmadon turning into an Oni himself with his own stick. You have Wu and Garmadon fighting together on the same side again, something that we have not seen since Season 4. We also got to talk about how Lloyd actually saw the first Spinjitzu Master. We got to talk about how the first Spinjitzu Master makes an appearance in the last episode of Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. We also got to talk about how great it ends, how the ninja just sign off on their murals and then it just scrolls up and we see Firstborn flying around with the DN but in Chinese letters. I do think that this is a great conclusion to the Masters of Spinjitzu saga. We have urgency, we have a final battle, we have emotion, we have payoff, we have callbacks. Everything that happens inside of this final battle just works for me. Though it is pretty rushed because it's just a TV movie or 4-episode season, depends on which one you're watching, but I digress because it is a great series as well as season finale for Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu as well as March of the Oni Ninjago Season 10. It may not be the best Ninjago season and it may be the worst of the Oni and Dragon trilogy, but it certainly is a great conclusion to the Masters of Spinjitzu saga. So this is why it has to come in at number 1. Alright guys, that is it for the ranking. Please note that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion. My list was certainly not the right list, it was just my list, and you are free to comment down below your ranking of all 4 episodes of March of the Oni Ninjago Season 10, ranked from the worst to the best just like me, or you could just do your favorite. Please know that I do have a Twitter, and you guys can check out my thoughts on WandaVision episodes as they come out. It's always in the description, and it's going to show up on your screen right now. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.